I am Exelsius, whom I am identified with as an early Elohim. What does that mean? From linear understanding, know that in this universe, at one point there was nothing. Although there is a lack of words and understanding within most humans to understand the complexity of what has happened, I will use the best words to describe this simply. In human understanding, beings that have no name but easy enough to call prime creator beings of light, as they are close to that in human understanding, came through a parallel universe or godhead to this universal conceptualization. First, there was only one who came through, let's say, millions of years prior to the rest arriving to embody the universe. It's hard to think of a being so vast as to embody the entirety of the universe in most human understanding. But that is what I am indeed describing to you here. After there was enough stability within the universal conceptualization, there was 7 original prime creator beings of light who came through to this universe through a portal, and from there all things in life started and were created. Before then, there was only infinite intelligence in this universal conceptualization. Then, at some point, the infinite intelligent created infinite consciousness. Once there was infinite consciousness, and from then, that allowed the 7 prime creator beings of light to consciously arrive here. From there, the Elohim were created and were truly creator beings of the known universe. We, of course, did not have a name. This name, Elohim, was provided in an earthly word in which I call myself now because that is the only way for humans to understand something, is by giving it a label in most cases to be able to use communication like speech to indicate a particular thing or entity. The Elohim then created levels of conscious awareness from the Godhead on down to denser realities, all source consciousness to be created within all densities. Some would term these as physical creation, to the creation of astral realms, to the heavenly realms, and all realities known and not known by human awareness. While I use words that describe separate beings coming here and creating creator beings, know that this is the only way in human language to describe such instances. While Source uses fractals of light to be conscious of itself, does not mean that it is separate from the Source, whether it be the original creator beings of light or human souls. The only difference is that a creator being or Elohim identifies first with the conscious awareness of Source first, while in the human existence you see yourself as a conscious being first, and eventually come to the realization that you are something much larger, and that is Source as well. Over eons of time, many denser galaxies were created, and over more eons, life began on those galaxies, and after many more eons, humanoid species came about long before humans came about. Each species were vastly different, with its own unique traits, with their own light quotient, and with its own spiritual light that their collective shined with. Some of the species quickly gravitated to the darkness, and some species quickly gravitated to the light. And all the while it was by design, for it was created with a balance between chaos and uniformity, and the balance between darkness and light. Humans themselves were born into their own balance of light and darkness. And while there is not enough time in this message to have the complete history of human evolution, know that the scales of balance of light and darkness are shifting. From the prime source, the source creator beings who first arrived here in this sequence, to the enlightened beings who eventually seeded the earth and helped bring humanity into existence. It has always been the plan of the divine for all species, including humans, to exist along with its other galactic brethren. How is the light and the darkness shifting? Know that there is more and more light within human consciousness and less darkness. What's more amazing is that humans are living in this shift right now. While we're early in the shift, know that we are well on our way to higher consciousness, the awakening of humankind to their own realization of who they really are and where they actually come from. These awakenings and remembrances are stirring within humanity at this time, and within this change is the emergence of Christ consciousness and the divine feminine in balance with each other and coming together to become the prominent light that is being anchored within humanity and the earth. While humanity rises in its light, so do our star brethren out there. And while many are much higher on the scale of enlightenment than most humans, the all of the universe is changing the balance of light as well. Know that the light you are receiving matters, and the light you shine back with matters. For from eons and eons ago, this moment was conceived, and the seeds sown so many millennia ago are bearing fruit. With this, I leave you in the highest and purest light of God's love.